Today I'd like to share with you how you can find peace, and this is a part 2 to the latest video, How to Find Peace. I realize how that sounds. Anyway, here's the deal. There are 2 ways that you can find peace in your life. One is from the inside out, meaning that we generate it, we create the feeling, we sit with ourselves, we think peaceful thoughts, we create peaceful feelings, which many people don't think that can be done, but it can with practice like anything else. The other way to find peace, and you can watch the other video or listen to the other audio, is from the outside in. So the 2 ways are the inside out or the outside in. Now here's the thing. When we do things, we create things on the outside that have us feel peaceful, it still comes from the inside out, but we could say that its secondary origin is from the outside. We do things from the outside world because it serves some emotional purpose inside of us. I'll create another video about how everything serves. I think there actually is one out there, another audio. But that's why we do things, is because it creates a certain emotional response in us. Everything that we do serves us on some level internally. Now, it doesn't make us feel good necessarily, but there are other reasons why we do things that don't have us feel good, or why things happen to us that don't have us feel good. In any case, the outside in is the secondary place where we can find peace. So some of this is going to be simple, but bear with me because we'll get a little bit more nuanced as we go on. Do things that have you feel peaceful. Now, I think this is why the majority of people in the world enjoy vacation so much, because of the feeling that it gives you. And I can tell you, speaking from experience of having consciously crafted my life for, I would say, probably 10 years. I've been a celibate monk for 8. And maybe I didn't even really consciously craft my world when I was a monk, when I started out, if I'm being honest with myself and with you. Is that when you can consciously create your life such that you experience peace every day and don't feel the need for a vacation. I know, it might seem a little out of touch. Part of that is creating a life that you enjoy every day and ultimately every aspect of every day. I do not do that, but I know that it's possible, and I am an ardent student of creating a life such that I enjoy every moment of every day. The best that I have done so far, and I'm not at my own standard yet, is finding a way to appreciate everything that happens to me and inside of me in every moment. And so this is actually an access to peace that I wasn't planning on sharing with you, that doesn't exactly have to do with the outside in, and is definitely more of the inside out in terms of how we create a certain mindset, a certain belief structure, and a way of living that has us find appreciation even when things are uncomfortable, or even when we're in pain, even when we're in suffering. Let's take the example that I use a lot around stubbing your toe. I use the example for a number of reasons. One way that I use this is not expecting people to not be angry. Anger is fine. It can be destructive, and if it has a negative impact on other people, then we really got to take a look at that. But anger in itself is an expression of life force. If you stub your toe, you're not going to ask somebody how you're feeling. You're going to say, "Are you okay?" and do something for them, or just give them space, or hold them, depending on their age, right? Like a 60-year-old might need to be held, or a 46-year-old might need to be held for a moment if they stub their toe, if I'm in a particularly fragile place. So all this to say that when we create peace from the outside in, meaning we create circumstances and relationships, that's obvious. We want to do things that have us feel peaceful. But here's the catch. You can't live, I was going to say you can't live your life on vacation, but I know many people that do actually and really enjoy it. But they have found a way to contribute in a way to work, and ultimately in a way to earn financial compensation in a way that allows them to have a vacation-oriented life. Maybe that's traveling. Maybe that's doing exactly what they want every day. My roommate, my monk brother, friend, who I live with, his brother and sister-in-law came and visited, and these people have created a life where they're on the road for 4 months. They created business in real estate and are really successful, and they had to work really hard in the beginning. And now they have this amazing life that they just kind of do some upkeep around, which is fantastic. It was a great reminder for me around how you can generate peace from the outside through doing a lot and through professionally structuring your life. I won't go into all of that career creation work that can be done kind of internally. I'll save that for another time. But all this to say is that the outside in can create peace for us if, and only if, I think, if we interpret, feel, and experience what happens to us with a degree of appreciation. Appreciation is a prerequisite to experiencing peace, and they go hand in hand. If we can't appreciate something about ourselves or about the world out there, we are going to limit our ability to experience peace on the inside. We will maximize our ability to experiencing peace if we orient ourselves such that everything that happens for us, to us, with us in the world, we can appreciate. Yeah? So give it a shot. And it's a practice, just like anything. You know, I lift weights most days. I go to yoga most days. And I've gotten better over time. It's just the same with everything. And I sucked at yoga and I sucked at lifting weights. I mean, just so you know, I sucked at everything in my life. The one thing I think this is actually true. The one thing I was decent at the first time I did it, and the only thing, was meditation. Go figure. Okay, I turned out to be a monk. So, meaning it was pretty easy for me to sit in stillness and silence with my eyes closed. I don't know why, but it was the only thing that I've ever been naturally good at. I wasn't good at connecting with people, and now I'm a therapist and an expert in psychology. I wasn't good at anything athletic. I sucked at tennis in high school. I was small, I was weak, I was uncoordinated, and I became a high-performance rock climber that was very successful and was able to climb grades that an only elite number of people could do in the world. But again, I just practiced. And if you're not successful in your life, okay, this might be a little pushy and I might be wrong about this, but I think it's probably because you haven't practiced enough. Or maybe you haven't been kind to yourself, or maybe you haven't pushed yourself enough in something. But you can be successful. I've met thousands of people intimately through my practice with them as a therapist, as a psychologist. And I've seen people who sucked less at things than I did and become excellent at them because they just practiced, right? So all this to say, you can find peace through practicing and through creating and experiencing your outside life from the inside with a degree of appreciation, and peace can follow. All right? I adore you. I know I don't know you, but I am sharing this with you in the spirit of adoration of what you're up to in your life. Okay? And all my best to you.